Russia's President Vladimir Putin says his frontline forces in Ukraine will not be deterred by Kyiv's daring raid across the border into Russia. Moscow has stepped up its assault on Ukraine's capital with a series of attacks on Kyiv on the day children return to school after the summer break. Mr. Putin is now in Mongolia on a state visit. Before he left, he had a meeting with Russian students, telling them Moscow's troops are advancing in Ukraine by square kilometres, and those behind the Kursk incursion will be dealt with.
I am sure that this provocation will fail too. And I think that after that, a genuine wish to switch over to the peace talks will appear in order to solve these issues by peaceful means. We never rejected this. But of course, first we have to deal with those bandits who penetrated into the territory of the Russian Federation.
Both Ukraine and Russia say they're succeeding in their ground offensives, with Kyiv trying to push deeper into Russia's Kursk district and the Kremlin edging further into Ukraine's Donetsk region towards Pokrovsk.
Oh!
Residents surrounding the Ukrainian city are being told to leave their properties as Moscow's forces close in. Home to about 60,000 people before the war, about half remain. Many are reluctant to leave.
I have to leave here because they are shooting. It's too dangerous to stay here. I don't know who is shooting. I am blind. Now it's day and night. It's impossible to stay with all the bombardment.
Kyiv insists it is aiming to create a buffer zone to limit the Kremlin's ability to strike Ukrainian territory. Near the Ukrainian front line in the southern city of Zaporizhia, the President Vladimir Zelensky visited an underground school with the Dutch Prime Minister to mark the first day of term. The Ukrainian leader called on allies to give the go-ahead so it can use long-range Western weapons in Russia.
If
one of the countries allowed it, then we need to understand whether that country has supplied us with such weapons. We do not only need authorization, we also need to receive the weapons. We haven't received everything which we'd like to use. It's not just wishful thinking that we want to use these weapons. We have had agreements saying that we would receive them. Thus, there are two issues that we're working on. We're more positive on this now.
Fighting continues to spread across Russia's bordering Belgorod region. This woman's car was shelled. She says her house nearby was also struck last year.
Last year, my house got burnt on my birthday. Now my car got burnt. We managed to get out seconds before the shell landed. There is still shattered glass on my bed. I'm a bit in shock, but everything will be fine and normal.
And on the front line in Russia, Ukrainian troops have recounted the initial days of their incursion into Russia after storming the Kursk region on August 6th. They say they made their advance quickly. Kyiv says many Russian troops have surrendered to Ukraine during the operation. Commanders see their mission as an important way to defend Ukraine.
We went far into the Kursk region. We were alone as the forward team. We were on foreign soil and we felt like foreigners. We'll be there as long as we're told to. If we have an order to move forwards, we can get to Moscow and we'll show what Ukraine is all about.